Got a work email yesterday afternoon about a man that worked with our company had passed away. He had worked at the same plant as a manager for 20-ish years. And the comments in the email were about how dedicated he was to his customers, how he would drop whatever he was doing day or night to help out. And not one word was mentioned about his family, about any hobbies he liked outside of work. It was all about his willingness to take care of the customer at any time, day or night, in a professional manner, which there is something to be said for that. However, when I went and looked at his obituary, it was one line about work, and the rest was about family and what he loved to do. So as I was thinking about that, and I'm also a manager and have managed people for about 20 years. So from a manager's perspective, I have learned that the company expects you to do whatever it takes, however long it takes to do it, whatever sacrifices you have to make at home. If it's covering shifts, if it's dealing with an issue. And I have worked long days, I have missed ball games, and I can't go back and fix that. And the company, even my bosses over me, fed me the lines, hey, you're valuable to us, we are loyal to you, but that is not true. And I understand it now that I'm older, and since I have said no to some things and refused to do some things, I've gotten a lot of kickback, had some privileges taken away from me, which is okay. They're like, hey, this is going to go away. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not going to be on the road all the time anymore. I'm no longer going to be told. Here's what I will say. I was never asked to do anything unsafe. Our company has a great safety policy. No issues there. Let me get that clear. But it was like, be gone as long as it takes. Be on the road as long as it takes. As many plants as you have, however long as it takes you to get them done, get them done. And I got to a breaking point and I said no. And I immediately realized that once I was no longer valuable to the company in that role, this family atmosphere, this I got you atmosphere, we'll take care of you, went away. They quit calling, they quit talking. And then when they asked me to travel, even after my role had changed, I said, okay, I'll travel, but I'm gonna need this, this, and this. You would have thought that I kicked their puppy dog because I was saying no, and I was putting up boundaries. And boundaries aren't walls through therapy. Boundaries are just showing people where the door is. Going, hey, you can come into my life, but this is how you have to get here. It's through this door. And I guess I'm trying to get to is that, man, work is an avenue to provide for your family. Now, there are rare exceptions. Like if you're passionate about something you love to do, now that's different. I went and got a 4-year degree and fell into a job to make money. I did not pursue what I really went to get my degree for because I listened to some people, mostly my family, said that was the stupidest thing ever. I would never make any money in that. And I was too dumb and too ignorant and too weak to stand up to it. And I didn't pursue that, went another way, and here I am 28 years later, doing what I never wanted to do in the first place. And honestly, thinking it's too late to change. Some of you may disagree with that, some of you may agree. But I do want to circle back to something. When I had my issue where I stepped back, I took some time off work. There were some good company policies at my work where I was able to take some time off and get paid, which was totally awesome. But through it, I learned that HR is not around to protect me, it's to protect the company. They may make it sound like, oh, hey, HR is giving you these benefits. Now, these benefits are written into the company guideline that they have to provide these for me in such a way. So HR is there to make sure that they provide them for me in the way they're supposed to, so that I can't sue them. That's exactly what. So don't get that all messed up. HR is there to protect to protect the company. Document, save emails, protect yourself. So what's really important, it was not the long hours I worked and missed ball games. That didn't age well. Tell you what else didn't age well is I was always the first one out of the door in the morning for probably a decade and a half, and I was the last one in the door in the evenings. Can't go back and change that. Only change it going forward. And all that also affected my health. At 56, I've got some health issues I got some buildup in my widowmaker artery. I found out through a calcium scan. Got a little calcification there. Gonna have to do some lifestyle changes. Through the years, I have leaned on things I shouldn't have. Used alcohol in the afternoons to help calm down. Tobacco. Used food as comfort, and those things are starting to catch up with me. So working on giving all those up and trying to figure out why life's worth living without them. Which maybe there'll be some follow-ups to this. But anyways, hey, go to work hard, work safe. But you are just a number to the company. Hey, I'm a manager, and I have not been like this with every person, but there have been times where the people who work for me were a number. Just get the job done. I don't want to hear about it. And that was because of pressure from above me pushing down. But I will also say there have been many times I've took care of my employees and made sure they got good raises when they deserved it, and giving them good reviews and giving them the credit when they did great things, and not take all that for myself. But the best way to get ahead is to make yourself more valuable. What's your passion? Go get trained up at it. Take some classes. Maybe I'm preaching to myself right now. I just said I'm at 56 and feel like I've been in a job 28 years, and now it's too late to do anything. Well, maybe it's not too late. Pat might die tomorrow, might die at 90. Anyways, make yourself more valuable, and understand for the company, you're just an object to get the job done. And by the way, what started this, that guy who passed away after all those years of service, I guarantee you, that was only a few days ago, they are already looking for his replacement if they don't have him. And if they already have his replacement, it's because it's somebody that works with him that they've been training up to replace him, which is great business sense. But before the bodies are even cold, they're getting our replacement at work. I like to think at home, I'm going to be missed for a long time. I hope now that I have learned some things and been more involved in my family and tried to be a better parent and a better husband and a better friend, that when I am gone, like I will be remembered. Those are the things that'll last. Those are the fishing trips. Those are the ball games I did make. Those are when we went to Disney. Those are awesome trips to Key West with my wife. Like, those aren't going to be forgotten. And not only are they not going to be forgotten, like, my kids are going to remember those. That, hey, Dad always took Mom to Key West. Look what a good time they had. Look how much they loved each other. Those things last. Hey, work is necessary. We must provide for our families. But I heard Jim Rohn say one time, uh, life has many areas of success: work, family, spiritual, physical, uh, many areas. And I hope and pray that uh, me venting here a little bit maybe gave you some ideas and that you can be successful in all those four areas. Have a good day.